God damn, don't sneak into my room. If I knew those points that we will discover in this video 5 years ago, I probably would have been a way better composer by now. Well, you don't have to wait these 5 years because we will jump into the content right now. So that's the typical big band type of writing where you have the trumpets and the trombones play either in unison or in octaves. It's a very strong combination actually, but this is what you get to hear in big band writing. Let's go from bottom to top, and I wanna actually start right here. Let's start with the woodwinds and how they go down in energy the moment the brass section comes back. Yep, I don't want to talk about the ending right now. In a sketch, this would look very simple. I can show you the sketch, of course. But in this case, you don't need more, honestly. You could have put the line into this thing right here to indicate the change of register, if you want to go down, because this one actually goes up in the sketch. But that's your artistic choice in the end, right? So you can decide what you want to hear in the end and already indicate this in the sketch. That is what I would do, actually, so that you don't have to think about your sections later after, you've closed it for 2 weeks and then you come back to your sketch and you have literally no idea what you had in mind back then. So to avoid this trap, just put a little bit more information in case you have something specific in mind. I know that Mark pretty much does these things on the fly because yes. I've seen him orchestrate a lot of pieces already. Mark is like the orchestration AI. You can always ask for variations and you will get enough variation. Let's quickly go to the brass section here and let's hear how they get down in energy and then come back. And especially this change of sound when you hear the trumpets and trombones, which are very powerful together, the horns chime in and imitate that rhythm. They actually also imitate the chord structures, I can see it, but we can zoom into this thing in a second here. All of this is literally just 2 chords. And that is also what is shown in the sketch right here. A little bit of movement, but that is nothing else than a 6/4 movement, right? Going back, or you can also call them returning tones if you want to. That is really stuff that you can add later. So essentially what we're hearing is an A major all the way through. And again, this imitation always works for the change of sound or color. This is probably just done for variation right here, so that Mark wrote this little pickup line into the chord again, since right here it's always 3 parts, always triads throughout the whole 2 bars almost. So that is the first moment where stuff gets broken up a little bit into this line. You could have gone to your C sharp, but you did not do it, probably because of this guy down here, because the C sharp was already covered with that guy. So it's better to stay out of the way and use B right here. And just for curiosity, let me actually do this. And let's listen to this thing once more, now with the trombones down there, because I want to hear the C sharp from there. And now let's add a little bit of rub with this variation. Yeah, I like this better. So I think the 2+5 or 5+2 or 5+5, which are all position changes, they work pretty well in the brass section, almost as well as the plain triads. So of course, if you want to go to scale tone 3 in this case, it would have worked the same way. It's pretty hard to mess it up if you stick to this 2+5 or 5+2 variation. But still, this is one detail that just adds up to a better experience, because it's not just this note, it's actually many notes that really give that character of this piece. Since Mark introduced the 2+5 or 5+2 in the beginning, where he consciously omitted scale tone 3, this brings back this sound just a little bit. I hope you liked this video, and if so, please hit the subscribe button and check out the Music Interval Theory Academy, where we teach all the best practices for composition and orchestration based on interval theory. Have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you back in the next video. This was Frank. Bye.